Hey, Kelly from Broken Carnivore. Welcome back to the channel. Last week I did a video about Carnivore fixed everything but this one thing, which that one thing is related to my right hip. I had some comments last week that was very encouraging. All the comments were very encouraging, even the ones that there was a couple comments that was suggesting things, which I'm very grateful that you all give those comments out. But here's the thing. They're not going to help. Going to a chiropractor, I have been there in the past, did not help at all. It helped with alignment for a little bit, but then it went right back to its usual self. I do stretches, exercise as much as I can. I do walk. I am pretty active at work. Even though it's the slow season, nice outside, we're trying to get stuff done outside at work. Not only that, I'm trying to get stuff done on the property as well, trying to produce video on my other channel that I have just come out recently. And I will do a video on that here soon about that new channel. But this one is particularly about what's going on with my right hip. So, even fasting, I do walk barefooted at home. I a lot do barefooted. I try to get out, get grounding much as I can because it is beneficial. But no matter what, it still doesn't help. I have an imbalance. Matter of fact, when I looked in the mirror, myself in the mirror, I noticed that I'm pretty twisted, most likely due to the right hip with some damage. So what was here's the thing. What is the next step for me? So what I did is I made a doctor's appointment, which when I put this video out, the doctor's visit was yesterday. I went to see my primary care physician so I can get this game plan. My game plan is I want to know what's going on. I want to know what the issue is, how we're going to take care of it. And I want to get a proper diagnosis. So that way I have a game plan. I'm working on getting financially stable, which I've already started taking care of that, where I am lumping most of what debt I have into one lump sum with a low affordable payment. When I am ready for whatever's going to have to happen where I have to take off work, this is the reason why I can't take off work, because I need the 100% full pay. I have short-term, long-term disability through work. The company pays for it, but it only pays out 60% of my income. And when I need the other 40%, it does hurt. But I figured that up. I did figure this up. If, what I have, my house payment, electric, water, internet, I may have to cut some stuff off for a time being. And then maybe a few small programs. But other than that, cut some other stuff off for temporary. Vehicle be paid for. I can be able to save money up through my bonuses and stuff I get through work. And I can start saving money by consolidating this debt into one low payment, get some money squared away. I'll be financially stable. So that's going to be the plus side. The other one is once I get to this point, I want to get through. My goal is within a year from now, not exactly a year from now, but somewhere in the late summer, early fall, like late September, October, to have this plan if I have to have surgery, if we find what's the issue. I know there's damage because I have a severe issue and I limp really bad if I'm barefooted. I don't have the pain. I have that irritation where something is grinding. I also have what they call when I'm bending on that right side, or if I'm trying to, do anything with rotation, I have this clicking sound. And it's clicking, snapping, popping sound. So there's some kind of damage in it. I did go see my doctor and we had to deal with an imaging, so we had an x-ray because that's the first step. The second step is he referred me to an orthopedic specialist so we can get MRI imaging, get what's going on with this hip. So that way I can come up with the game plan. Reason why I am doing this is because I want to be back to normal. And, Carnivore, the carnivore journey, the lifestyle, I am so grateful because I don't have the chronic inflammation. I have this wedge in my left foot or right foot where it is like put me more in alignment, and it is helping tremendously. I have very little pain. I do stretch exercises, I do mobility exercises, whatever I can to keep that going. That's helping. But the root cause, there is damage. There's got to be damage. There is damage. I had x-ray imaging probably a few years ago, and it showed arthritis. But that's because of I was on a keto diet eating high oxalate foods that caused the arthritis. But that arthritis is also, there was damage not knowing. And at that time, there was no way I could do surgery. I wasn't financially stable at this time. I was struggling with bills and stuff. But now I'm getting to the point where now I'm getting financially stable. And now I can be able to move on to the next phase. So hopefully by September, October of 2026, I can have this hip surgery. Possibly it could be a hip replacement. I don't know. I don't think it is. I think it'd be more like what they call a labor and tear, because I looked up the symptoms of a labor and tear, and I have almost all those symptoms. I don't know what bone on bone pain is. I never had that. But usually if you start to have bone on bone pain, that means that you can't hardly walk. And I had family that had knee replacement. My mom had knee replacement surgery, and she said when it's bone on bone, it's hard to walk. I had a cousin that had hip replacement. Both of his hips been replaced, and he couldn't hardly walk. I can get around, and I get around better with this lift, but I want to be able to have that normal life again. I want to be able to not have to rely on someone helping me cut my toenails on the right foot, or I have to alternate to do that, or put on my socks. I can put my socks on normal. That's what I want to get back to, because there's something out of whack, and I want to make sure that whatever this is, we can get it fixed. I can get the physical therapy I need, and I can get back to my life and get back to doing my other channel more. I can be able to focus on it, on my work, and make sure I don't have to worry about hindering that, because sometimes it does hinder. And when you do have that limp, and sometimes whatever it is that out of balance, it not only affects your hip, it affects your whole body. Like it was affecting. That's why I don't have the chronic inflammation. But if I didn't have this lift in, I can't stand. I cannot stand for a long time. Now I can stand normal. I don't have the problem of putting all that pressure on my left foot. I know a lot of this was favoring a lot, and I have weak muscles, but I am trying to, no matter what, trying to stay positive in this, and no matter what, try to do what I can till I get to this point that what's the diagnosis. So my next step is I done seen the doctor. I done had the imaging x-ray done. Now I'm waiting on the orthopedic specialist office to call to make an appointment to go from there to see what we got to do next. And once we find what is truly wrong with this hip, then that next steps is, what do I have to do? Is it hip replacement, or is it just a simple labor and tear, and it's just a simple fix to put everything back in together? I'm off for a little bit, or I'm off for a little while. So those are the things I'm dealing with this for right now. So that's the update that I have with this hip. And I am very grateful for my viewers. I'm grateful for my subscribers. I'm grateful for the ones that chimed in. And I'm grateful for the ones that made suggestions. No matter what, like I do exercises. I'm working on doing fast. I do a lot of intermittent fasting. I'm working towards my goal to do a long-term fast. I have done a kind of a long-term, like a 36 to 48 hour fast before. And, it feels tremendously great. But no matter what, fasting's not going to fix this. Walking barefoot's not going to fix this. Going to a chiropractor is not going to fix this. The only way it's going to fix this is to determine what the issue is, and surgery. No matter what, there's going to be surgery, and then what's going to help in the future is the physical therapy to help the hip to get strong and I get more mobile. So that is where I'm at. I will do get the doctor, the orthopedic specialist appointment. Once I go from there, I'll give you another little update on that. And hopefully, as this goes, I get a game plan. And as I get this game plan, hopefully that I can get whatever I need scheduled in within the fall 2026. And I can be able to start getting it taken care of, start getting the physical therapy I need. And I'm really going to try to enjoy my life, and take it easy as I get better. And hopefully when this is over with, I can have my normal self and I can really get to enjoy life more. So no matter what, stay positive, no matter in a negative situation. This here, it sucks to have this. It's an aggravation, more of an aggravation for me. But I'm okay. I'm going to stay positive. I have my support. I know that once I get the diagnosis, I know somebody in our carnivore community, our community here that I'm regularly, I'm good friends with. She interviewed me. She went through a labrum tear surgeries before. So all I have to do is reach out for her. And I'm going to shout out for Amy, Rockin' Keto, Rockin' Coaching Amy, because she rocks. And she told me about that what she dealt with. So if this is labor and tear, I'm gonna reach out to her, email what steps that she had to do. So I'm very grateful, and I want to give a shout out to my regular viewers and my community that chimes in regularly. I am very grateful that you all are here. You're very supportive. I declare you all my friends. We all get together live, and I'm grateful to have this group of supporters, and I'm grateful to have someone like-minded people in this community, because one thing about it is, even though our stories may be different from healing, the good thing is we all have a story, and we may relate to someone. And I'm so beyond grateful, because this diet I'm on, carnivore diet, it's not a diet. It is a journey. And for me, even though the prices are high with beef, I do my best and I thrive on beef and eggs. And that's what I've been having lately. And I've seen that it helps a lot as well. So no matter what, if you're like me and you're in a situation that it's aggravating, you feel there's no hope, no matter what, stay positive. Even if you're on the carnivore diet, you know that you're going to have to deal with surgery like I am, or deal with something in the future where it's going to affect your lifestyle, interrupt your lifestyle for a little bit, or, you're going to have a little bit of pay cut for a little bit, temporary. No matter what, stay positive. And stay close to God no matter what, because He's the one that is making the way for me. I think it wasn't for Him, I don't think I would ever know about this diet or keto or anywhere, because sometimes I think He leads people our way. He leads the word your way no matter what. So no matter what, stay positive. Focus on Him. Focus on what He did, the gift. And focus on His word. That's all I can give you, all I can offer. But like always, I'm at the end of this video. Like always, let's be kind, be positive, have a good attitude, and encourage and support one another. Y'all have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.